Browns defeated the Texans 31-21 in their home opener. We didn't cover. But who fucking cares? We won. And holy shit did this game give me anxiety. I thought we'd go in this game and just kick the shit out of the Texans, and we probably should have just kicked the shit out of the Texans, but there was a lot of concerns I had at first. It seemed like things got fixed in the second half. But first, in the first half, our defense looked terrible. Now, granted, it was a Tyrod Taylor revenge game. So, we got to think about that. And no, if Tyrod Taylor would have played the whole game, we still would have won. Fuck you. But seriously, though, it seemed like our defense got torn apart in the first half specifically, and some parts of the second half. It seemed like we couldn't do anything. Stop the pass, stop the run. We couldn't make any tackles. It was so fucking frustrating. But I do need to give a shout out to Grant Delpit. It was his first game. He played fucking awesome. A forced fumble, a sack, some tackles for losses. He played fucking great. It looked like he's about to be a great player, and I'm excited to see him finally on the field. Our offense looked shaky in the first half, and there was points where it seemed like the offensive line couldn't stop anything. Baker kept getting hit, or we couldn't even run the ball, but eventually figured it out. Nick Chubb went off like he always does. Kareem Hunt played well too. And we had some miscues like the Donovan Peoples-Jones fumble, which really fucking sucked for me because in fantasy, I benched Brandon Cooks to play Donovan Peoples-Jones instead because, of course, I'm going to do that. I mean, why not? Such a nice and loyal fan. I mean, look at me. And then the interception, which I don't know if that was Baker's fault or if Schwartz let up on the play. I think that was Schwartz he was throwing to. Maybe it was a combination of both. I don't know. Those were miscues. Didn't really like that. But let's talk about Baker now because, this channel every single week, we got to talk about Baker, at least for a little bit. I think Baker played fucking great yesterday. Maybe the interception was his fault. I don't know. Even if it was, shake that off. And he did. After that, he went 10 for 10 with close to 200 yards and a touchdown. Before that, he only had one incompletion. He had 2 total incompletions the whole entire game. Going into week 3, he has the highest completion percentage in the whole NFL. He's playing so well in these first 2 weeks. Yes, I wish he would throw some more touchdowns, but the offense is flowing. We scored 31 points. He's throwing the ball in tight spots. He's throwing good balls. He has a high passer rating even without throwing these touchdowns. He's averaging nearly 270 yards a game, the highest in his career. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Baker. I almost had a goddamn panic attack when I saw him just fall down and his arm was just limp. It looked like he shattered his collarbone or his arm or something. But it looks like it was just like a stinger. That made me think. I love those plays where he just goes all in. He tries to make that block or make that tackle and he throws a pick. Or there's a fumble and he tries to tackle a guy. I love it. But maybe he should dial it back a little bit. After watching yesterday, I was like, oh, geez, he didn't have to fucking throw himself that hard on that dude. We don't want the franchise to get hurt because Baker is the fucking franchise. So on those plays, yeah, go make those blocks when Nick Chubb has a big run. If you throw a pick, go try and make a tackle. But just don't fucking throw your body like that. Like I said, I almost passed out at the bar. I almost had an anxiety attack. Then we'll talk about Jarvis Landry. That fucking sucks. He's week to week now with an MCL sprain. That really fucking sucks. He's the heart and soul of the team. And without OBJ, our number one receiver now is either Donovan Peoples-Jones or Rashard Higgins. I love both of them. They're both very good. But Jarvis and Odell are just so great together. It's just going to suck with Jarvis not on the field for his playmaking, but also his leadership. Yes, he'll be on the sidelines, getting people pumped and doing all that, but just him on the field, he has this presence that gets the team pumped, and it's easier for Baker to make throws. It's just going to suck. Hopefully OBJ can come back soon while Jarvis is out. MCL sprains suck. They could take a while to heal. We still have to wait for Jedrick Wills to come back and OBJ, like I just said. I really hope that's it for the injury bugs, but overall for the game, I think we didn't look very good in the first half, especially on defense. There are some things we really need to figure out. In the second half, we improved a lot. We got the win. We still scored 31 points. It's still a lot of points. And I think there's things that we really should build upon moving forward. It sucks that we have some people coming out, but I think we really need to figure something out on defense. Maybe change up the play calling, or maybe try and sign some other people. I don't know. I don't think it's the roster. I think we have a talented defense. I think there's just some things we need to figure out moving forward because, like I said, there are some talented people on our team. But right now, after the first 2 games, it's not looking that great. Granted, week 1, it's hard to judge with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. In week 2, we had a little bit of revenge game Tyrod Taylor. But there are some things we do need to figure out moving forward on defense. I think offense, we look fine. We just need to stay healthy. We have Jedrick Wills out, OBJ, Jarvis. Gratefully so, they're not out for the season. But we just need to keep this momentum going on offense so when these guys do come back, we're just going to be fucking unstoppable. We're fine. There's some things we do need to improve on after this week. But moving forward, I'm still confident in this team. We play the Bears next week. We open at 7.5-point favorites. I'm confident we can cover that and build on things moving forward. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the Texans game? What do you think is going to happen next? I'm curious to hear. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Davey Dave's Takes.